Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome to tonight's show. Great to see you all. Hopefully you can hear me good and well. Live streams and stuff. We've got Neil there. Excellent. Nanny as well. Excellent. Cool. Robert Scully. He's back in the chat. I've just seen him further up the chat. Well known unknown. Mick's in as well. Mac. Bex. I'm just going to flick through yours now. Get his all up because there's a few coming in at the moment. So cool, excellent. I'll try and get everyone who's just left a message or who's leaving messages on the chat. Got David Drone Ventures, cool. Oh, don't say me. Sound's not working. Give me a second. Let's see. You'll have to mute this a minute. Yep, sounds all good. So excellent. Just someone telling me the sound's cool. So where am I at? I'm here. Abandoned mic. Sorry about that, everyone. Shelley's in as well. Mr. John's in. Thomas is in as well. Cool. Great to see everyone coming in. I'm sorry if I've missed your names, but I think that's about it. Everyone up there. Oh, we've got Dark Corners UK in as well. And Ovlab. Yeah, I knew I'd get someone's name wrong. Yeah. Cool. Nice to see you, everyone in. We've got Norfolk, Explore Norfolk in as well. Excellent. What have I been doing this week? Well, I've been releasing videos, and quite a lot of you might have seen the videos are released. Dink and Ozzy's in as well. Excellent. Released one of the air day shelters, of the tunnels in town, should I say. We got Henry T420. Excellent. Nice to see you in, mate. Cool. Yeah, like I say, I've released a few videos. There's a Ferrari one there as well. I was just walking down the street and seeing the Ferrari and thought, oh, that's beautiful. I'll have to film that. So that's what I did. So excellent with that. Also, I found another location. Video will be coming out this week. There's also another. Well, they're releasing a few videos this week as well. I think he'll be releasing about 2, maybe 3 videos this week again. So pretty cool. Hello, Mr. E. Excellent. Got Tony in as well. What I'll do, I will throw the link in the chat. What's that? The Underground Jungle was a good video. Oh, it was, mate. Tell me about it. They've actually sealed that back up now, so I don't think anyone will be getting back in there. I went down, I think it was about 2 months ago to check it, and yeah, they sealed it up, and I think that's the best thing because the way into that place was a bleeding death trap. Yeah, that's probably why I didn't film too much. Also, it was the first time doing the underground drainage systems and freshwater systems since they got flushed away nearly. So yeah, don't need to mention that one. I think everyone's seen that video. The storm drain where it's gone wrong. Everyone's just saying hello to everyone. Excellent. Nice to see everyone coming in. Don't forget to hit the like button. It all helps. We've got Horticulture in as well. Excellent. Safari. Cool. Kevin's in. Yeah. Yeah. Basically, didn't think I'd be doing a live stream this week because my throat's been quite bad all week. But now it's got a little bit better. You can still hear me weaving or whatever with my breath. Yeah, so I've got a bad chest infection, I think it is, or was. Hopefully it's going now, so fingers crossed. Yeah, what videos I've got coming up? I've got one, well, like I say, I've got 3 coming out this week. One's going to be a very short one, just like this is coming, and then 2 major videos coming then. So stay tuned for that. I can't say what they are too much at the moment. But if you've been watching my videos, you can probably suss out a few videos or where it might be. Or where I'm going. Yes, it is going down underground. And yeah, they both are. All videos this week are underground. Pardon me. Compliments to the chef there. Yeah, I've not had an out to eat as well. We have got a few guests coming up tonight, so it should be good. Just waiting for them to get a few drinks in and stuff, so sorted. Yes, I have left a new message down at the bottom of the screen there. Welcome to tonight's show. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And also, like I say, there's a few rules there, and I don't really like putting rules out. Everyone's welcome and everything. But yeah, please respect the rules are put up, and everyone should understand why. Cool. I've seen the video when you went back to Manchester. Yeah, that is. I don't think it's a go with that one now. I believe it's all filled in now, all being pushed up. The only time I didn't go in that time when, well, I did say to the security guard, "Can you turn your back?" He went, "Okay." He went to let us in and disappeared. He said, "Call back in half an hour." Call back in half an hour. He wasn't there. But I was weighing my options up, looking across through the fence and thinking, should I go under it or should I not? You got to remember, I got pulled on the other side, looking over the fence. Well, not pulled, but a police car drove past me. And yeah, I thought what I can see from here. It looks like it's been filled up. There's no chance of just going in and taking a few photos or nothing. So I thought, yeah, just leave it. The opportunity will arise again. We will we will find the underground Manchester, guaranteed. Yeah. Oh, we got our first guest in. I'll give him a minute or two to get ready. Who we got here? We got T4LOR. Excellent. Nice to see you, mate. I think you're a new face, so pretty cool. Just seeing what's going on there. Don't forget to, yeah. Thanks, mate. Excellent. All appreciated. It does help. And it looks like they're ready to come in, so I'll introduce them. It's Mr. Volt. Hello, Matt.
Hello. How are you doing?
All right, not too bad. It's good to see you.
Good to see you as well. I just went and got some beers, which is why I'm a couple of minutes late. I'm a few minutes late. I'm sorry. I had to go and get some beers because I was like, oh shit, just come back from Southampton, and I'm like, forgot to pick some beers up on the way.
Yeah. Obviously, you need your
Cheers.
refreshments, don't you?
Oh,
Cheers, Matt.
definitely. I think I more than deserve them right now. Cheers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hopefully, we won't talk about that anyway. Like you see in the message at the bottom of
well,
the screen. Tried to keep
yeah,
it all.
yeah.
Mr. Well, just let me do something.
Just
I
keep
know I
it,
can do
just keep it a
this.
magical mystery. Yeah. I'm multitasking, by the way. So I got some shit I'm trying to do with fixing a machine here. So you excuse me looking a bit weird going and doing all this sort of shit. I'm typing in some codes at the moment for software. So
Hey, Matt, I've seen my new name I've put up.
I can't see very much at all at the moment, mate.
Mr. Sweden.
Oh, is it? What's that about then?
Yeah. It's because you call me Sweden at times, don't you? About being neutral.
Oh, yeah. No, Switzerland.
Oh, Switzerland.
Switzerland.
Oh,
Mr.
I'll have to
Switzerland.
change that, but yeah, never mind.
It don't matter.
I am dyslexic. Yeah, it don't matter. Sweden will do anyway.
He does like dicks, folks. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh,
I didn't say that, did I?
Ducks.
Sorry,
Of course, I love ducks.
He just gets it wrong from time to time. You know, he's just not sure what he's sort of. Yeah. Just forget I said that. Yeah.
Roast ducks, I like. Yeah.
Dick's dyslexic. He's a dick gymnast.
I don't even. That's how I've done it.
Oh dear.
So I take it you're not been out very much, have you? You've been keeping a low profile.
Well, I have. I've been out a couple of places, but I haven't been doing any explores. I just, I got bloody paperwork to deal with, and yeah, I got plenty of stuff that I needing to be doing at the moment. So yeah.
Yeah, can understand why and stuff like that. It's good to see that you're able to get back on the live streams and on the internet and stuff like that.
Well, yeah. I'm just because I've had to I'm working on a machine here, so it's a bit hectic, but yeah, I am able to do it. Oh God, what the hell? Yeah, sorry, not you.
Yeah, I seen you.
I'm distracted.
I seen you on Beef Faces computing last night doing a live stream as well. Yeah, jumped on there for a bit.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, it's good fun. It's been a hectic day. I had to run down somewhere, pick up some hardware, come back, and I'm getting it ready. So yeah. Yeah, I need a rest though. It's been a pretty busy day. I wish I could tell you what I was up to, but I can't really say.
No,
but just a lot of things I had to do today. I drove somewhere to take some letters, and they were just closed, so that was a waste of time. Yeah.
one of them ones, is it?
Yeah.
It's like give your phone numbers out there on the internet and all that, so you can phone them up. And when you phone them up, please send us an email. What's the point in putting your bleeding phone number up? You know what I mean? And you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had that this week. I had to set up Google Pay for something, and it said, oh, get in touch with us via this telephone number. So I ring the telephone number. This is it. This is in the app. So it's like in the app, it says ring the telephone number. When you ring the telephone number, it says no, go on our website and do it that way. So why couldn't it just tell you that in the app instead of making you ring this number to tell you they're not doing it that way? Just go on the web. Just put it in the app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously, that's not catering for people like myself, who's dyslexic, who's not very good at writing and stuff like that. So,
it doesn't help, does it?
No, they should accommodate for people who are disadvantaged in a way. Not saying I'm disabled, but it is some sort of disability. What I've got.
Well, you should try a bit harder. Maybe you can become disabled.
Well, the government don't count as dyslexic as disabled, and not a problem, really.
Well, I would say if you've got that as a disadvantaged disability, dyslexic, dysphoria, um, this whatever, yeah, then you at least deserve to get free equipment like laptops and machines, because they used to give those out for people that had dyslexia, because it was trying to sort of like help you to overcome your problems. So I would have thought if you look around out there, there's schemes and things that'll get you sort of like free laptops.
Yeah.
Mm.
I remember the government saying that they were going to give a laptop to every single house in the world, in the country, basically, or
Yeah.
a PC. That was going back early 2000s or something like that, I believe.
No, I think they'd probably give a jail cell to like every single adult member of the United Kingdom if they could afford to. If they could afford it, they would stick us all in jail and yeah. But unfortunately, they haven't got quite that much money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you remember that though? When I think it was what's it called now? Not John Major, the one after that.
Tony Blair.
Tony Blair. I'm sure it was Tony Blair who said it. He's
Yeah.
got to give laptops to every house.
Yeah, but
So
you
they can
know what
access
his
the
words like,
computer,
isn't it?
internet.
Weapons of mass destruction and all that. You can't take anything that comes out of that little toe rag's mouth as, he's the biggest bloody liar out there, isn't he?
Well, I don't like to say, but a lot of them do lie, and that's how politics work.
Mm.
They tell you a load of lies and stuff and all that. Promise you this, promise you that, and when they get in, they don't try and push it as much as they try to make out. And yeah, and when they do something, it's not as enough for the people, the normal people, should say.
Mm.
Know what I mean? Like the budget, what's just gone on, the mini budget. Wow, inflation rates and stuff like that, crazy. And
I mean,
lowering tax for millions of millionaires or whatever. Yeah, mad.
yeah, yeah. I mean, instead of like, taxing big companies like Amazon and all that and sorting out that problem, it's like, oh no, we give tax cuts to billionaires, and yeah, we'll just screw everybody else and make them pay massive increased, sort of energy bills and fuel, and just take all their money off them. Take the money off the poor and give it to the rich. It's great.
Yeah,
Oldest scam of all time. It's been going on for tens of thousands of years. The
crazy, man.
oldest scam. Yeah. And the only way to stop it is to rise up against it. But better not talk like that, because they'll come and kick your door in.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mm.
but I think something's got to happen over in this country
Mm.
if they're not very careful. Yeah,
Yeah. There's only so much people will take.
that's it.
Yeah. There's
Also,
some
yeah,
people. Go
go
on.
on.
I was just saying, there's some people driving around in cars, and their monthly fuel bill is more than some people's yearly fuel and all costs living in their house. You know what I mean? They're just like driving around in cars going, "Brrr," and it's like 120, 200 quid a fill up, "Brrr," for a couple of hours, 200 quid a fill up. "Brrr." And there's people driving around in vehicles like that. You know what I mean? And it's like, and the rest of us are told like, oh, you need to be more frugal. You need to sort of, like cut back, you know?
Yeah.
Mm.
My mum, bless her car that got stolen. She only filled it up once, and she had it over 2 years or something. I think it was the second time she filled it up, and
Right.
she had it full for a long, long time, and obviously it went with virtually a full tank of petrol.
So
She hardly ever,
you didn't use this car.
hardly ever used it. No,
Right.
when the
Bloody hell.
insurance came to renew a new one,
Mm.
they said, "Oh, You've hardly done any miles. You've done about 20 or 50 miles. So we can reduce your uh, basically insurance a bit more for you.
Mm.
Because they could check from the MOTs how much miles you've done.
Mind you, though, was your mum an awful driver with that amount of like skill experience? When she jumped in the car, was she like sort of driving 5 miles an hour down the road? I'm scared. This is scaring me. You know, because people who don't,
Not
if you don't keep your practice levels up, it's not good, really, is it?
uh, not quite like that because I was just going through the options on the car and no the on computer on board computer going through the things what I can set up for her. I went, oh, speed limit. She went, oh yeah, set that at 30, please. So set it at 30. Yeah. The next thing she phoned me up saying, my car keeps bunging at me. Keeps bunging at me, but don't know why. So I told her, yeah, you're breaking the speed limit. She's like, no, I'm not.
Mm, dear, dear.
Yeah.
£3 for a cheese and ham sarnie here in Nottingham. Robin Barstards. Yeah, well,
It's
I
quite
mean,
dead,
like,
isn't it, that?
yeah, like Marks and Spencers, like, they go in there and his sandwiches are like £4, £5, and it's like, what's in these sandwiches that makes them so amazing? Like, it's just, it's like a different world, isn't it? It's like, oh, these posh sandwiches for posh people, much, much better.
I've noticed that instead of being a nice big sandwich like a normal size piece of bread, they cut it up in like a little quarter, put a little something on top and a little drop of sauce next to it, make it all look nice, and then charge you, like you say, crazy amounts for it.
Yeah,
And
madness, isn't it?
you can pick it up like that and just eat it in one go. Yeah. Uh,
Wow.
fuel goes bad and yeah, crap gets into the pump. Yeah, I keep telling her about, well, it kept on working for her, and obviously it didn't do no damage.
Well, do you know
Uh,
what? One good thing that might have come out of your mum not driving that car for ages and having a full tank like that, right, is the fuel probably went rotten, right? And when whoever nicked it, drove it down the road, they didn't get very far, and they probably had to dump it because it probably just went because you leave fuel in a car for that long. I mean, you know about this. It's not very good, is it? Really?
well, I've had a four-stroke motorbike there, and I've had fuel in that. Not now, but talking back in the day, I've had the fuel in there for about 2 years, and just
Mm.
started it, and it went okay. It depends because the newer cars are injection, and obviously uh, the
They clogged
motorbikes
up.
are carb. Yeah, so it's slightly different. Unlike the
You get
newer
shit in the
bikes
carb.
now, yeah, the newer bikes now, uh, injection as well because the EU emissions and all that clean air and yeah, they just push it on you again. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, sorry, I just have to push a button. There, button pushed. God, it's good this beer stuff, isn't it? I think I'll have to try some more of that.
bleeding hell, that went down quick.
Mm.
Was it a hole in your
My
glass or something?
my body saying like, yeah, you've had an interesting active day. You need the beer. Mm.
Marks
Yes.
and Spencer sandwiches are £5. Oh, it jumped. Oh, Marks and Spencer sandwich are not £5. Oh, they must be talking about someone else. Must have left it in the chat saying they are.
Mm.
Yeah, I went up to ALW's the other week
Yes.
and I got there quite early. Well, not quite early, but I had enough time to go out and get something to eat. I went for a breakfast
Mm-hmm.
and basically it was in the middle of nowhere. There was just a little village.
Whoa. Sorry. Hello.
Were you
Hello.
still there? You still
Hello.
there?
Yeah, I'm on the end of a wire. Sorry. Hello. Yeah, go on. You went up to
A
ALWs. Yeah, sorry. I got
little
headphones on. I
village,
forgot I had a wire on. Yeah.
a little village where it was, or where the place was, where it was meeting. I went to the local shop. I said, "Where's the local cafe around here?" Like, what? I went, "Yeah, I'm a little bit hungry and want a breakfast." They went, "Well, if you go down this road for so many miles, you come to a set of lights, and then you come to some shops, and then it's just so." Got there. Uh, yeah, it's very expensive for a breakfast. The most expensive one I bought, really. If I must put my hands up. It looked very nice, and there was hardly anything there. Didn't fill me up, but I did have something else while I was down there, and that sorted me out.
Mm.
Just bought a cheap Bugatti from Big. That's not too bad then, is it? For 150, and still had some left over. That's it. If you if it's a decent size, you don't mind buying it at a decent price, but if just outrageous prices at ridiculous sizes. And the government started this with the crisp and stuff like that, saying, "Oh, you can't eat all these crisps; it's bad for you." Know what I mean? And instead said you got to reduce the amount of salt and stuff like that in the crisp, and added this and added that. So instead of reducing it, what they've done is reduce the size of the packets, so they could actually keep the amount of, well, try and keep it in the regions what the government say, but
I think that's just the
by not,
companies,
yeah.
mate. The company's just trying to rip you off.
Also that as well, yeah. Seeing how much they can actually not give you for money. Because you open some packets, they're like a quarter of a bag, and you like the packet's like 3/4 empty. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
One minute until
That's
you need a drink.
software failed. So try again. Uninstall. Bollocks. Dear, dear, dear. So I don't know how many are in. Sorry, I'm being a bit vague. Once I get this bloody thing to start installing again, I'll be all right. But it's like you got to start hitting buttons and catch it right at the right time, like that. Right.
Yeah, it's like someone's cut your hand off, isn't it, when you take something away from you that you used to and stuff like that.
Mm, mm. Yeah.
You're
So
not
I'm just
paying for
gonna.
the food, you're paying for how much they put in the, counts as net rate. It all adds up, doesn't it, really? The weight and stuff.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I went to the supermarket before. These self checkout machines. Got to the machine, brought my own bag, put it on the table. It went, "Oh, please pick up the last item," before I even started scanning anything. I was like, it's only a bag. You know what I mean? It was like kicking off bells and stuff.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much the bag can weigh up. Not much, not much. You know what I mean? But yet the scales pick it up and says, "Oh, you put something illegal in your bag that you've not scanned or something." Yeah. So I've done my
Yeah.
shopping and all that, and then it says when I'm paying for it, "Oh, have you scanned all your shopping?" I'm like, "You cheeky, whatever." I said, "Oh." scanned all my shopping, but not all my stuff that I've nicked. then just shoved my card over the reader. And it paid for it. But bleeding computers asking whether you're shoplifting now and saying, "Oh, make sure you've checked whether you." Just cheeky, know what I mean? I think it is that.
Well, I mean, you could accidentally, I suppose, not that I've really done this, but you could accidentally, is that gonna, yeah, it's booting now. You could accidentally sort of like swipe something, think it's gone, and then put it in your bag and then swipe something else. It can happen, but you know, those machines are oversensitive anyway. They always think that there's like a weight difference, and then they ask somebody to come and check, and it's like the person comes along and they don't know what they're looking at. So like you could have just chucked like some in worth £100 in your bag, and they just come along and they just like type their code in. It's like, yeah, there you go, sir. So they don't know what you're doing. So
Yeah,
it's like, it's pretty silly, really, isn't it?
that's it. Also, what I like doing is taking stuff out of the boxes and leaving the boxes there, not to one side, putting them in the
Mm.
bin like. But if you start doing that on the thing, it starts kicking off saying, "Oh, the weight's not right. Please remove this or redo this," or starts calling people to come over and check, like you say.
Yeah.
Yeah, bit crazy. But saying that
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it is a computer and they just programmed what to do.
Yeah, it's just a way to save money, really, isn't it? Save all you can
The
have
labour.
12 checkouts, doing small amounts instead of having, big lanes. So, I
Yeah, I
think they
think that
know.
they're gone. You think you know what? They know what?
I think they know that there's probably going to be a small amount of discrepancies or theft going through those things, but it's kind of like well within their operating margins because, like most of these supermarkets, they'll buy something in for 10 pence and sell it for £5. You know what I mean? And it's quite outrageous, really, some of the markups they do. And so basically, you know, I would say there's like a 10 times markup on most things. It's got to be at least 5 times markup. And on some things, it's 10 times markup. So they're rolling around in money, really, these shops. And then they kick up a fuss going like, oh, we've detected this amount of theft from our shops and all this sort of stuff. Yeah. But the thing is, it's like they incorporate the loss and they expect it. They expect it because that's why they charge so much money. You know,
Yeah,
that's their overheads. Their overheads are like nothing. And like the profit margin is massive. So they incorporate that. It's part of their game. And yeah, I ain't got a lot of sympathy for them, to be honest. When
no,
you see the prices, you could buy something like rice, kilo of rice in Lidl's, 40 pence, kilo of rice in Tesco's, £2. You know what I mean? So it's like there's a
yeah,
10 times markup. There's your markup. They're rolling in the money from that sale. So say for instance somebody was to walk out with something, of worth value of not what it costs, but what they paid for it as well. You see, because that's another thing. I've heard of people getting done for shoplifting in the past, and they say like, oh, they had 50 quid's worth of vodka or something like that. Yeah. Well, it didn't cost Morrison's 50 quid. It cost them a tenner or
yeah.
20 quid.
Recommended
You know what I
retail
mean?
price.
But they're saying, no, you stole this value, the total value. And it's like, no, you can't steal the total value because that's after you put your profit on. What does it cost you? That's what I stole, is what it cost you. It's not what it
Yeah,
cost you plus what you would have put on top. I don't think the courts even see it that way because you can't say that it's, like, oh, I'm going to charge you the extra because it's what cost was it to Morrison's? Because when they say we've lost this, what do you think they say? Do you think the tax office and everybody's going to allow them to say, oh, we lost this amount, which is the full price? No. When they say we've lost this through stock loss or theft, they'll say no, it's what it cost you. That's what they'll give them back. That's what they'll take away from tax liability. You know, that's what the
yeah,
accountant will work on, is what it cost them. not
It's,
what they were going to charge at the front. So when they say, "Oh, he stole," blah blah blah, or something like that, they'll always say the profit amount, not what it cost them. The cheeky bastards. I'm not saying that I have any experience of this, but I know that their markups are massive. Their markups are huge. So this is why I don't think they go after people as much as they should in these stores. They should actually do a lot more to stop thieving, or they should have a lot more security guards and do a hell of a lot more. But they don't do it
yeah,
because it's a deterrent. They just want a security guard there as a visible deterrent. But they're making so much money, they're not really worried. They're really not worried. It's
yeah.
just a bloody. Hmm.
I've seen that before. I've been to the toilets and seen like a bottle of
I bet you
whiskey,
have. I
empty
bet you
bottle of
have.
whiskey in the toilets. And basically, what they do instead of going through the checkout, the things that set the alarm off, they go through the
Yeah.
toilets. That's if they've not got the scanners near the toilets, but they are getting onto it now. Open up, pour it into an empty bottle, what they've got took from
Yeah.
home, and then they've got a new bottle. Know what I mean?
Oh.
And I went to the counter and said, "Yeah, it's customer service. There's an empty bottle of whiskey there. Is anyone stumbling about or anything?" They went, "No." What they do, and told me what they do. They come
Mm.
in, refill their own, and then shoot off out.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I
But
mean,
like you're
when I work.
saying with the self checkouts there, I hate them myself. But you can have 6 machines there and one cashier woman or
Mm.
man sorting it all out. When it's beeping, they run over to that one like a chicken with no head, running about trying to sort this till out and that till out. And there's only one of them, but yet they're doing 6 tills at once, so it's 6 times as much work as one person's doing. If you know what I
Mm.
mean, they're covering 6 people's tills in by one person. So therefore, they can get more people or employ less people, and the people that do employ can go and refill the stock, so you can buy more of it. Then, yeah, go to self checkouts. Yeah, that's what it is basically. It's cutting down on cost and uh, jobs, and I'm like, don't like it. I'd rather speak to the person, and at
Yeah.
least the person doesn't turn around and say, "Oh, have you paid for everything?" Know what I mean? At least don't question you like that, like you've done something wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I bought a couple of things the other day, and when I got home, I noticed they had a little security tag on them, and I thought, oh, that's weird because I didn't take those through the like the scanner and scan them, like, and I would have expected the alarm to go off because they both had like security tags on them, and I walked through the security scanner like on your way out, and it didn't go off, and I'm like, that's really weird. Because like when you're doing the self-service checkout, there is no scanner there to like, you know, deactivate those things. But it didn't matter. It didn't go off.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was bizarre. So
Because
I I want
that's what they're
I
supposed to say. The little alarm tags that you're talking about, once you scan it, it turns it off automatically.
yeah, but I don't know if it does. I think do you know what I was thinking? I reckon they were just fake security tags. They were like not the real ones. They were made to look like security tags, but they weren't real. They were just to deter you. Probably
Yeah,
because it costs a lot of money, to put these tags on things. And they're starting to put them on all sorts of things now, like cheeses and all sorts, like, and it's probably cost them a lot of money. So they put in a lot of like fake tags. They're not
yeah,
actually
dummy
real
tags
tags.
basically
Yeah.
that look the same. Yeah,
But like, like I only realized when I got home that there were two tags on two items I had, and I didn't even know because I just picked them up, chucked them in my bag, scanned them, took them, went out, and they never went off. So I think they're bullshit. I think they're bullshit tags. Anyway, it's a weird topic of conversation, but I need more beer, and then we can get even weirder. How's about that?
Oh, his promises are promises, Matt.
Now then, and then we can't say that anymore, can we? Right, I'll be back now.
Oh, I know you used to say that. Yeah, you can't say that these days without bringing back memories, bad memories, and whatever. Yeah. Um, let's see what's going on in the chat. Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah, Anthony Whittle, Thompson, nicked something. Did he cater for me? Oh, he's catered for his Adrian's 21st birthday. Someone before did say Andrew Worrell Thompson got arrested for not paying for something in 2012, I think it was, shoplifting.
Who's that?
Who, that Thompson guy? I'm sure he's a cook, isn't he?
Oh, right.
Something
Okay.
famous cook. But in the Northwest, there's a program called Richard and Judy. It used to be called Richard and Judy this morning.
Mm.
And Richard actually got arrested as well for not paying for a champagne or a wine bottle or walking
Mm.
out of supermarket. And he said, "Oh, he forgot." And it went to court. Went to court. That I can't remember what quite happened, but
Bloody hell.
obviously he only probably got a fine or something like that.
Wow. I think they said now, the police said they were not even going to come out for like shoplifting anymore. They
I
won't come
know
out for it.
they better watch what they say, because if everyone does the same thing all at once, the supermarket's got to start emptying the shelves really quick, and that'll start what happened last time, panic buying, or not panic buying, but panic grabbing and walking
Panic
out.
thieving. Yeah.
Yeah,
Panic thieving.
and what'll happen then? You know what I mean?
I
So
tell
if the police start advertising stuff like that, it's not really good, is it?
I tell you, the only time I was like, I was tempted to steal something from a shop, right? Okay, is like these. If I went to go and get a load of paracetamol because I was quite ill with my kidney stones, so I went in and I bought like 2 packs, and they went, you can't have 2 packs, you can only have one, and I went, yeah, but I've got kidney stones. I'm like, I don't have to come to the shop again. Well, what do you want me to do? Like, come back in later on? They said, no, we won't serve you. And I said, well, what if I get my mate to buy it then as well? So I buy one and he buys one. And they were like, no, we won't serve you then. And I thought, here we are. Now there's a bloody good reason to say, I'll go and stick them back then. There you go. And just stick it in me fucking pocket and say, fuck off.
Yeah. I've noticed that as well. I think it's paracetamol or something. I went to buy something and went, "Oh, we can't have too many of them. You only allowed one box or something. We're not allowed to sell more." I'm like,
Yeah.
"What?" Like you say, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Bloody crazy, isn't it? I mean, they bring these silly rules in. It's like, oh, somebody might commit suicide. It's like, I'm sure that like letting them buy more than one packet in one go is not going to make much difference, because all they'll do is they'll go to Morrison's, then they'll go to Asda's, then they'll go to Tesco's, then they'll go to a local shop. You ain't going to stop somebody who's desperate to sort of like top themselves. I mean, come on. I think it's the most retarded thing ever. But it's like this nanny state, like, ooh, if we stop you buying more than one, then you won't abuse them or you won't try to kill yourself. It's like, really? How many people are killing themselves on a daily basis by buying a packet of paracetamol? You know what I mean? It's like there's always going to be people who want to kill themselves. It's really sad, but I mean, like, how many people do they think a day are doing that? I mean, if it was a large amount, like there wouldn't be any population left in the UK. We'd all be dead because we were killing ourselves by buying paracetamols. I don't get it. See, I just think it's like massive overreaction, like this sugar tax bollocks with that fat git. What's his name? The one who does Jamie
Boris.
Oliver. That Jamie Oliver. You know, he's a fat git. Who the fuck is he to tell? Excuse my language. Who the frig is he to tell everyone else that they cannot have sugar when he's a fat bastard himself? You know, who
Yeah.
the hell is he to tell anyone that?
He'll say that though because he'll say he's got to eat his food and taste it, and that's why he's how he is.
Um,
Yeah, it's a bit crazy, but suppose it's for the younger kids maybe that
it's
don't
for
know how to do suicide, and hopefully they don't want to. You know what I mean? And they hear that if you take these tablets, it'll kill you or something. So yeah, it might
yeah,
be
it's
for
a
the
hot. It's,
younger generation. But saying that, can't they put a age limit on that then? If it's for the younger people?
well, yeah, you know, like say you can't buy them if you're a kid, but don't say like if you're an adult you can't buy them because you might have
Yeah,
a bloody good reason to buy a load of them, and say it costs you an arm and a leg to get into town, and you want to buy them cheap from a supermarket, and then the supermarket goes, you can't have them because you might want to kill yourself, and it's like, no, 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 I have to take a lot of these because I am ill, you know, and it's like,
yeah,
so I want to get them cheap, and I want to get them today whilst I'm coming to town on a bus because I'm ill. So I don't own a car and I want to get all my shopping done now. And their attitude is, no, you have to go away and you have to buy some more tomorrow. It's like, oh, well, I spent £6 to get in on the bus today, and I'll spend £6 to get in the bus tomorrow, and £6 on the day after, and £6 on the day after, when I could have just bought them all now. And they're like, no, no, you can't do it. The government says it's not good for you. It's like, really? Like,
yeah.
yeah, the government knows what's good for us, don't they? I just COVID, COVID. Yeah, mm, mm.
Yeah, can
Yeah,
I just also say if anyone is feeling suicidal or depressed out there, there is numbers that you can phone and speak to people just in case.
yeah. There's numbers you
And
can ring, and they'll send better drugs round that'll kill you quicker than paracetamols. There's numbers you can ring in Switzerland, and you can go and kill yourself legally. Yeah. So ring those
yeah,
numbers, folks.
that's
No,
true
sorry.
over there.
Will's being
They do it over
sensible.
there,
Will's
don't
being
they?
sensible. I'm not being sensible. I'm taking the piss again. Sorry. Mm,
Euthanasia is another thing altogether in different countries. They actually have it.
yeah.
But yeah, for some people who are depressed and that like that, I'm sure they don't go through euthanasia because they see it is a depression and they can fix them. And it's not a well, it can be a lifelong depression or not, but hopefully they can sort it out. It's not a what's it called where you're guaranteed dying, and it's something what is it called?
Dignitas.
Yeah, know what I mean.
Euthanasia.
No, where people are on the last deathbed, or it's guaranteed they're going to die from this thing.
Yeah, well, they're terminal.
Yeah, terminal illness. Yeah,
Mm.
where depression cannot be when it can be terminal, and also they can give you stuff for it to treat you. So they wouldn't just say, "Yeah, go to this country and we'll put you down like that." It's not like that. It's more for terminal ill people and stuff like that. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good conversation, isn't it? As it probably be everybody's like,
Cheerful,
why are they talking about this shit? I don't know.
a cheerful live stream. This is.
Where do we
Oh, tell
get
me
from?
about
Like,
it.
what were we're talking about? Um, shoplifting.
Politicians,
Yeah,
politicians
that's a
shopping.
depressant.
Yeah. Then
Shoplifting, now suicide. So basically, what we're saying is, if you've had a failed career in politics and you've had to like take up shoplifting because your MP status is you're no longer
wait,
an MP.
not just an MP, but uh, people on TV and stuff like that, presenters that have shoplifted as well.
Yeah. So, but if you've failed career in either politics or television, right, then you can always kill yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
So There is an answer, folks. Don't give up. There are always many ways. There's loads of ways to kill yourself.
But
Don't
what makes me laugh
don't
as
give up,
well.
folks. There are plenty of drugs out there to do it with,
No,
and they're
not,
a lot more effective than bloody paracetamols. That's a horrible way to die. People think you
yeah,
take a load of paracetamols, you're going to just be dead in the morning. No, 9 times out of 10, you wake up really shit. You end up having to call an ambulance, and you do die, but you die about a month later of like liver failure. Oh.
my kids years ago showing us this app, a game they've got on the computer, on the phone, and it was from British Rail or something. 100
Mm.
Ways to Die. So you got to suss out how not to die and do it quick. If not, do it quick enough, you die. I'm like, why are you showing this, kids?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's showing, yeah, fair enough, saying don't do this, but if you do this, you can do it this way and get out of it all. You know what I mean? It's a bit morbid, that thing. Yeah, crazy.
Mm. Dear. I don't know. This was working. Now it's not really doing it anymore. I don't know. Everything is a bloody blur.
Right, so that's our first hour sorted.
Yeah.
All depression. Now it's time to
Uh,
cheer ourselves up.
yeah. Let's. What can we talk about? That's exciting and happy.
Have you seen any funny videos recently or anything like that? I've seen one of, I can't remember what it was, some sort of dog, a breed of dog. It looks like a German Shepherd.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. They're throwing it's running up to the owner, jumping off the owner and jumping up like a wall, about 25 feet up and making it up the other side.
Oh dear.
I was like, yeah, that's what I was thinking myself. You took the words right out of my mouth there.
I have seen dogs do that because they're master escape artists. Some dogs, aren't they? And they oh shit. They sort of like run so hard at the wall that by the time they make contact with the wall, they're scrambling upwards at the same time. So they sort of like change from horizontal motion to vertical motion, and they start use the last bit of their like compression to scramble when they scramble up. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, it's quite cool. It's quite clever how they do it. But yeah, they can go quite high.
Me going back younger. Yeah, I know I'm young now, like, but talking
Oh
about when I'm
yeah,
younger.
proper. These proper young folks. Yeah.
Yeah, not coughing or nothing. Know what I mean?
Mm.
None of that. I used to run up the wall, run as fast as you can at the wall, and then, like you say, momentum of the force, and you pushing yourself up used to give you a good few feet up. And you used to climb up on roofs and all sorts, and
Mm.
run away from the police. And was it last night? Just give me a second. I was watching a video, and it was down on the coast somewhere down south, unofficial, but there's like hundreds of people turned up to view this wall ringing, like you're saying. Here it is now. Just let me get my share screen. Share screen. Don't need sound really. Just share the screen, yeah. Boom. Because obviously we want to talk about over it, what's going on here. I take it you can see that, yeah.
I can't. I ain't got my glasses on, mate.
Give me a second while I get the right screen up. Right,
Yeah,
just
you,
click on
you'll have
there.
to you'll have to explain it to me. I can't see that. Oh God,
Can you see that now?
mate, I'm gonna need my glasses, and they're in the car actually because I forgot to bring them out the car.
Right, no worries. What I'll describe here is a wall about 30 feet tall,
Right.
and there's like a cutaway and steps going down here, and loads of people just watching these people here.
Oh, right. Oh
So,
yeah. I can see some bloke. Oh right, shit, he's fallen down. Shit.
So what they're doing, they're actually running from the stairs and jumping across. They get rewarded for, or prizes for it. All unofficial.
Mm.
Give it. Come on. I want to show you some of it before.
It's like parkour or something, is it?
Yeah. Parkour.
Oof, bloody hell. He only just made that, didn't he?
Yeah. But that's what I used to
Wow.
do. Run towards the wall and use the friction of the wall and the momentum to get me further up the wall. But where these
Yeah.
are actually doing the same thing but going right across the wall.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I see what they're doing now, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Well, if
Please,
the wall was curved, they could do it even more because they would actually be clinging to the wall like centrifugal force, you know?
yeah,
So, yeah, yeah. Jesus.
here's one for you.
Sketchy, isn't it?
They're actually on the shopping trolley.
What? Right. Ooh, bloody hell. Oh, he banged his head. Did he bang his head?
No, it didn't. No.
Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Here we go. He's got he's got one of those like 360 cameras in his hand. I swear he had like a 360 camera or something in his hand. I thought that's a way to smash the lenses on that really
I think
easily.
no, that's another guy next to him with the 360.
Oh,
In
right,
white
right. Yeah, yeah.
t-shirt.
Oh,
There, he did it.
Jesus. Where's that then? In the UK?
Yeah, in the UK, this.
It's like a parkour challenge. What is it called?
Yeah,
What the hell's that called? Like
chaos at the straw bar, big wall open.
I
Let's see
can't
where it
read it.
was.
I can't read it.
Brighton.
By the Oh, Brighton, is it? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
By the way, folks, I can't see the chat as well. I haven't got the chat active at the moment, so I can't see if you're saying anything. And then hello and sorry, I can't answer any of your questions, but I can't see what they are.
Yeah, same here. I couldn't see while I was watching that either.
Mm.
But that was a bit of a crazy thing I was watching the other night, last night.
Yeah, yeah, it was.
I reckon Red Bull will step into that, maybe. And like trying to do their own Red Bull run wall or something like that. Because
Yeah,
I don't know if a lot of people know about the Red Bull brand itself. Is they basically just a marketing team that sell the brand Red Bull, and they do Red Bull and soapbox races and stuff like that.
yeah,
X Games, they try and promote stuff like that, and they try and promote Red Bull this and Red Bull that, be the first to do it. So they're the main sponsors of everything that they show on TV or what the events like that, basically.
yeah,
Unofficial events and stuff like that. That's not actual a sport, but yet they are trying to make it to a sport and be the first ones to be there advertising the market. I
yeah.
watched a video about this, how Red Bull makes some money, and basically it's not through the drink, it's through marketing. It's all down to
What?
that. Yeah.
They make the money through marketing. I would have thought it's more selling the drinks, to be honest, but I
No,
can't
because
imagine.
the actual name Red Bull don't own the drink. They're just a marketing firm.
Well,
I'm
I don't
sure
know.
that's right, what I heard.
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
It is just like, I didn't know that, and yeah. Anyway, let's stop talking about the shopping and marketing
Shopping,
and stuff like
shop
that.
it, shoplift Red Bull, folks. Make sure you put it in your pocket.
Drink it first, it gives you wings, you can fly off.
Yeah, take all the cans of Red Bull into the toilet, empty them into a large piss bag that you have in front of you. stuck on because you're actually incontinent, and pour all the Red Bull into your big piss bag. And then if you get stopped by the security on the way out, folks, right? That's all you got to do is you got to go, it's my piss bag. And it'll look the same color as piss because Red Bull does look the same color as piss. So there you go, folks. That's all you got to do. We got this. We got the solutions for you here.
Red Bull curry.
Yeah, put it in the curry. Yeah.
Yeah, we got bee in the house as well. Yeah. Just trying to see a few comments what might have missed.
Oh, there's some weird ass bollocks going on here. Not recognizing hard drives. What the?
All the computer stuff like that does me head in. Honest to God, it does me head in, the computer stuff.
Really, am not getting this at all. Jeez.
Remember when Red Bull taglines was Red Bull gets you high?
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember that one.
Wasn't it like gives you wings?
No, that's the new one, I believe. He's talking about the old one.
Oh, right. Jesus, a bit naughty, isn't it?
Yeah, it remembers when the Red Bull, yeah. So it must be an old one, that. There was something on the news about energy drinks, and the kids are drinking at least one a day in school and sometimes for the breakfast. But you'd expect that anyway. You know what I mean? It's nothing new. It's what people do. Even if it's not any drink, they'd go out and buy a bottle of pop or something and drink it in the first thing in the morning. And that's got loads of sugar in and stuff like that. So that's not great either. Yeah. I don't know. Health and safety in school. That's meant. Let's get back to health and safety in school.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, in infants, I'm talking about 3, 4. The teacher gave us a hammer, nails, and there's a big log that was cut down. And in the playground, are you allowed to go over to it and start hammering nails in and stuff like that?
Mm.
You know what I mean? Health and safety these days, none of that because you hit someone with the hammer. One of the kids hit the other with the hammer or something like that.
Yeah, or hurt yourself with it.
Well, that's what taught you though. You taught yourself how to hold the nail and how to hit it. And yeah, fair enough. I've still hit my fingers a few times in the past, holding nails and tried to knock them in. Well, older, but it taught you the lesson how to use this. And I think he even had a saw, so you could actually saw this piece of log as well. Yeah.
Age
Talking
4. Bit young, isn't it, really? You know, to be handling like tools and things like that, really.
well, I was in the infant, so it must have been about that age.
Yeah. Bit young though, to be handling like things that could like injure, you know, saws and hammers and like
Yeah,
infants, you
must
expect
admit,
it to be plastic hammers and plastic saws. You know what I mean? Not
these
real.
days, yeah, but back then I can remember it clear as daylight
Yeah.
because it's something exciting to do. If you know what I mean. Oh, my dad does this. I'll have a go at that, and yeah, that's what you do. Well, that's what they did do back in the 80s, and that was in a school called Briscoe Lane in Houghton Heath.
I spoke to kids when I was about like 9 or 10, and they were like driving around tractors. They were driving their tractors on the farm they worked on, and I was like, "You what?" And they're like, "Yeah, I'm allowed to." It's like, really? Jesus, bit young, isn't it? Apparently not.
Yeah, I've seen younger people that do that as well. I think I
Oh.
was 8 when I went to Ireland and jumped on the tractor. Rel- 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 relative, a relative of mine's tractor. Know what I mean? So it wasn't a twacker; it was a actual tractor. that belonged to the family, and I had a go of it in the field. So pretty cool.
A friend of mine is into mower racing. Well, in fact, it's Toby I've done explores with, and he does mower racing, and he's good at it, and he's won a lot of the competitions. And he was out the other day. I filmed him actually. Oh bloody yeah! Oh, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say that. Right, erase that thought out of my head. Right. Anyway, the point being that sadly his mower started like kicking up a bit of a fuss, and then he checked the oil and he went, "Oh, I don't seem to be no oil in it." And I said, "Well, shouldn't you put some oil in it before you go back out and try it?" And he went, "Oh, I don't know. I'll just give it a go." Anyway, he got like just out of the compound and it just went boom. So I think he should have put some oil in it. He's like, "That's it. Now it's screwed. That's the whole season gone. I won't be able to get that repaired for the whole season now." I was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
But that was a bit of a gutting sort of thing. Like I came down to watch him, specially, and he was doing really well. He was like second. He was in second out of about 20 riders, and then it blew up. Not very good.
No, that's it though. Once you tune the engines like that to the max, they can just explode. I've
Yeah.
got a motorbike there called the Honda CR80, only an 80cc,
Yeah.
but they are designed for off-road racing and motocross and stuff like that. So they are designed for the smaller people. But I'm an adult. It takes me on it, and it doesn't half fly me. Know what I mean?
Mm. Mm.
And each time the officials use them on the racing, I think they use it for 3 races, then rebuild the engine with new piston rings and bearings and stuff like that.
Bloody hell.
But this one I've had now, if you look after it and not arch it out like they do, max throttle all the time, uh, I've had it for 4 or 5 years now and never rebuilt it.
Mm.
Well, I have rebuilt it, but once I rebuilt it with new piston rings, but I've not worn them in, or I worn them in, but obviously not worn the engine out. It's still got nice power and all that there, so it depends how well you look after it as well, and how
Mm-hmm.
much, like you say, high maintenance and what extreme you want the power at. Because obviously, if fresh rings in every single race, the compression's got to be right up there, and each ring's got to start boring your bore, start widening your bore each time it's going up and down with wear and tear. So the new rings are sharper, so it will do more damage quicker. Where if you use the older piston rings and piston, it wears in a bit more, the rings, and not sharpen edges as much on this board and wear it out as much. So you can actually get a good few miles out of a actual racing bike without changing the engine.
Yeah. Well, this is going very, very wonky, this bloody setup. I thought it'd keep me sane actually being on this live stream, because I'll chat to you whilst it's installing, and it's going so utterly wrong. It's like,
Yeah, it might be because you're on the live stream, Matt. That might be why. Because I know last
oh,
night I was uploading a video and it was uploading quite quick until I went on YouTube and started watching videos, and it started going really, really slow then.
yeah. Tell you what, give me a second, folks, right? I've just got to disconnect the cable and reconnect the cable and see what the difference is, because this is like, it's doing my nut now. Hang on. I'm going to disappear under my table. Okay. So, yeah. I'll pull out this thing so I can listen.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, disconnecting your earphones.
Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. Right. Yeah. Disconnect the earphones so I can hear what's going on. What the shit is going on here?
Can you hear us okay?
I can hear
Uh,
you. Yeah. I
That
really
was
don't
a
know.
cool Ferrari you see in Manchester. Well, it's very cool indeed. I know I've never seen a Ferrari like that one. That's the first time I've seen one of them. It was called a Ferrari F8 Tribugo.
Yeah.
And I only know how to say the name because I'm dyslexic. I couldn't read it. There's a guy walking past looking at the car with me. I said, yeah, what does that say, mate? So even he had trouble saying the word, but I managed to find out. Well, he's pronounced it in the end, and that's what I've kept with, and it's pronounced right. But yeah,
Oh.
that car was absolutely stunning. I've just thought, never seen it, need to record it and thought out.
Oh, Control I, Control I, Control I. Fuck, missed it. Sorry. Oh.
While you're down there, Matt.
Sorry. I got to get into an Intel Matrix RAID manager. Ugh. And it wasn't coming up. Now it's coming up. It hasn't been coming up for a while, but now it's coming up. So get in there.
It's
Get
good
in
when it
there.
comes up, Matt.
Get in there. Get in there. Thank you. Oh, right.
That's it, Matt.
Non-RAID.
Get it up and get it in there, yeah?
Yeah. Reset disks to non-RAID. Let's do that then. Right. Delete RAID volume. That'll do. Get rid of. Why is it not doing anything? It's just going beep, 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 beep.
Shrimp Shack's in as well.
Oh, you're such a bloody bastard. Right, reset. It's not going well for some reason. I don't know why. It's probably a dead drive. I mean, I took it out of a machine. I'm trying to put a machine together with a hard drive. So, and it's not really stopped seeing the drive. I'm like, why? It's like, I think it's because it's a dodgy drive. Probably the most sensible explanation at this point. Anyway, there we are.
Yeah. So what you tried to do? Install hardware or software on it, basically.
Yeah. You can see it, but it's just like,
Yeah, I'll do that tomorrow, sort of thing. Is it one of them ones?
don't know. And it seems to sort of like crash out when I go into the utility to talk to the RAID system. It just sort of hangs. Oh, well, let's try it. Try another boot with two drives connected, because with two drives connected, then it shows the drive that I think is faulty.
Is this that system you was telling us about yesterday? You had set up same one.
No. I've been building up a few systems recently. I've got this is one of them, and yeah, it just doesn't like this SSD drive for some reason. I don't know why. Bizarre. Anyway, it's very boring for the viewers who don't understand what I'm on about. But yeah, it's like it wouldn't see it with just one drive connected, but it will see it with two drives connected. That is very strange. I don't get that. I've not seen that happen before, but and I even tried like wiggling the cables with one cable. No, plug in second drive, and suddenly it goes, I can see that drive and this drive now. It's like, what? What are you like? Anyway, machines can be very weird. All machines can be very weird.
Urban Legend, have you been to the caves under Stockport? Yeah. I've done Maggie's Caves. I've done. I took you there, Matt, as well, to the area shelters in Stockport, didn't we?
Yeah. What's this video you put up recently? I haven't had a chance to have a look. Which is a topical way to actually talk about something that's urbex related instead of shoplifting MPs. and suicide. Let's talk about urbex. Right. Will, you put a video up recently. You said yes, or you said, did I get into the tunnels?
Underground Manchester in tunnels.
Yeah, did
Yeah.
I?
Did
So
we
did you?
find the? Did we find them? Yes, we did find underground tunnels in Manchester.
Was that
I
that
went.
police station, that big police station I went to? I've done.
No, it's a different one.
Ooh. Right. Okay.
I went back and bumped into the security guard when I got back there and speaking to him. So, say, playing daft. Oh, what's going on here? He went, oh, we're doing a hotel. There's so many star hotel and this and that. So I went, oh yeah, this is supposed to be a listed building. They've said they're going to knock this down and that. Yeah. They can't knock this down. I went, oh, what's that over there? Is that a tunnel over there? He went, yeah, there's a tunnel over there. Then he starts talking about the synagogue behind us again. I went, oh, so where does that tunnel go? It's like, oh, that goes underneath Deansgate and underneath there and there, underneath Deansgate basically, and you know Deansgate tunnels. If you're from Manchester, leads up to the arches in town, the secret street under town, or the secret city,
All right.
Manchester arches, all the World War shelters and stuff like that. So I said to him, any chance of having a look over there? He was like, I don't really know. I said, any chance of turning you back for 5 minutes? He went, oh yeah, no worries. I said, can you open the gate? He went, yeah. So I was like shocked. I thought, is it actually happening this? So got to the gate. It was at the gate. We went to get the keys. Comes back to the gate. Says, oh, the other guy's got the keys. Call back in half an hour. So I thought, all right, I'll call back in half an hour. But after watching back on the video, I've noticed the gate was already unlocked. So the guy weren't coming back with the keys to let me in or let us in or whatever. So I went, walked around, came back half an hour later. No security guard at all about. So I was like, shall I take the opportunity now to jump underneath the fence and run over? That's what I was thinking, but I could see from where I was, from last time I went there, it's more filled up. There's like a board, but they've jammed loads of soil against it now. So there's no chance of getting over there. All I'd get is like a picture of a board with some soil against it. And obviously that's not really what we want to see. We want to see actually get into a place and or a picture of it inside the tunnel at least. So I thought, you know what? Not even go to bother because I got pulled about an hour before, jumping on the other side, looking over the place. Not pulled, but the police car drove past me. So I thought, yeah, no point in it. You know what I mean? So I went round to the front and just knocked on and just said, oh, where's the guy? He went, oh, no, he says you can't come in. I went, okay, no worries. I said, can I have a look in here then? He went, yeah, and pushed the door open. So I walked into the police station itself. And only the front part, you can't get any further because they had a workers' turntable there with a face recognition thing camera on it as well. So I done a little video of that and then came out. But it did actually confirm them tunnels did go underground to the Deansgate what we wanted to. You know what I mean? So we did find the tunnels, but I didn't get into them. But they were what I did get them confirmed by someone. They are actual tunnels and not just like a vault, to a building or something.
Yeah.
So at least I'm on the right track going looking for these tunnels where to go now and which direction they go on and go into. Also, I've gone.
Oh yeah, that bloody SSD, I reckon it's knackered. I'm going to put another one in. We'll see where that works now. Right, carry on. I am listening.
Also, I've put out a little video recently of another grid that we found, Need to go and pick it up because we know there's something underneath there. And yeah, the video will be coming out this week. Also, like I say, there's a couple of videos coming out this week, and that's one of them. So I'm trying to get one out for Friday, one for Sunday, and I'll try and get one out maybe tomorrow or Thursday. So just keep it rolling and try to get some more videos going. Trying to build my channel up a bit more because I want to hit this 2,000 subscribers before Christmas. And yeah, hey presto, if you do, you know what's happening. We're having the prizes, competitions, and stuff like that. So where you can win merch. Well, say merch, you can't buy it, but competition prizes. You can win T-shirts, hats, cups, and all sorts. So stay tuned for that. There's also
Night
going
out,
to be a cash
night,
prize.
night out with a hooker.
Well, that's what you should do with your cash prize if you win the cash prize. If you want.
Oh, right. Voucher for a hooker. Okay, fair enough. Sounds good. I'm in for that. I'll put money down for that then.
Yeah, should do.
I need more beer now.
24/7.
More beer. I need more beer. More beer.
More beer, more beer.
More beer. More beer. I reckon it's this is dead. It's an unknown. It's a bit of a come out of an unknown system, broken down, and it's like, oh, what's that doing in there? Oh, why have they got that in there? I swear it was like, do these people even know they've got an SSD drive in their system? Because I swear they weren't using it. So I was like, and they gave me an old machine. I was like, they don't even know they got an SSD drive in this. Maybe because it was broken. Yeah, it wasn't very good. Anyway, I'm going to get a beer. I shall be back. Whoa.
Yeah, no worries. Robert Scully. There was a tunnel under Cross Street to as far as Market Street too. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of research on underground Manchester, and I believe there's another tunnel. It's near the cathedral, the chapel, Manchester Cathedral Chapel, or whatever it's called, near the air raid arches. And in there, this tunnel is supposed to link up to a certain pub. And apparently, there's skeletons still in this tunnel with cobwebs over them in Shanks. Apparently, this is what I've done my research on, and an historian's been down there and said what I've just said. So I don't know whether the skeleton's still there or anything like that, but apparently it used to this tunnel used to take people from it's like, what was this place called? It's like a mini court place, and then it used to take them from one place to the other underneath a passage.
Oh yeah,
So, yeah,
transport tunnel, yeah.
Yeah, transport tunnel basically, and it used to lead up to the cathedral in Manchester. So that would be interesting to find. Apparently, the person who owns the pub will talk all day about it and let you know about everything, but they won't let you in to see it. So it's one of them ones. If the back door open, go in and have a look. That's what I'm thinking of doing. Like I say, I only found the last tunnels because I went in the back door, went downstairs to see whether we could get underground, and it was a no. So went up as far as we could, and looking out the window, we could see tunnels from the other side of a building site. So, like I say, an open door, we found tunnels. So all it is trespassing. Didn't cause no damage on anything. So if I find any doors like that open, I'll be walking through, and hopefully I'll find some underground tunnels soon.
Do you want?
Yeah.
Right, because I brought it in for a giggle, right? This is just for people that know
Angel.
No, something else. I hate apples, and there's a very good reason, right? Because I've been trying to work with this machine to see whether or not, right, and it's a big bastard, right? I need both hands on my back to lift this bloody thing up, right? Because it's full metal apple, right? Now, right, here's an interesting thing about that machine. It's got two processors in it, two separate processors, and they're Xeon processors, and there's 6 core. So you'd think that that would make that a good machine. It's Intel Xeon 6 core. That's 12 processors, and you can have up to 64 gigs of RAM in this machine. But guess what? Apple only ever allowed that machine to run 32-bit. And if you put Windows 7 on it or Windows 10 on it, it ran 64-bit. Apple, fuck Apple, fuck Apple, fuck Apple, fuck Apple, fuck Apple. Anyway, I've been fighting with that machine to try and get it upgraded so they don't have to use Apple operating system on it, because it will only go so far. And I've even hacked it to take it beyond what Apple would let you have. But there's only so much you can do, because Apple know what you're trying to do, and they try to stop you doing it. They're like, no, you can't put a new operating system on that because we don't want you to. But if you put Windows 10 on there, which is like very, very modern, you get all the cores, all the memory, 64-bit. Apple only ever allowed their users that paid probably about £10,000 for that. Only 32-bit for you, sir, because we don't want you to have it. Yeah. Mm.
So for me, understanding what you're talking about there, that computer is fully loaded, got loads of memory and stuff, loads of processors.
Yeah.
But you can't use it because it's restricted, like Tesla restricts their battery powers in cars.
Yeah.
So what you've done now, you wiped it all clear from the Apple system, so there's no Apple system in there now. So it's just a memory and I don't know, something else.
Yeah.
And now you downloaded Windows onto it, so it's like a normal PC.
Yeah, sort of. You're almost there. You're definitely in the right ballpark. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But the technical thing to tell anybody who knows what you have to use a thing called Boot Camp, because it still does have the Apple operating system on it, but it just doesn't use it. It just defers and then becomes Windows instead. So then you get all the magic starts to happen, and you can you're unrestricted. But it's equivalent of like a car, as you say, that's got an engine, it's got 1,000 brake horsepower, but when you buy it, they like the software chip in it says no, you can only have 500 brake horsepower. But like, that exact same car they sell for double the money, but you can have the 1,000 brake horsepower, but they don't want you to have that. And even if you paid them the money, they still don't want you to have it. It's like, no, you're not having it at any price, because they never allowed the Apple users to get to 64-bit. So it was like 2 wheels on your car instead of 4. It literally was that shit. They sold these machines with powerful processors that they only half used. Yeah. Oh, mother.
It's probably so they can advertise it as it's got so many gigs and so many of this and so many of that. Obviously, they're putting it in there, but you can't use it. But they're not They're not falsely advertising, because it is there. If you know what I mean.
What they say is, this is 1,000 brake horsepower capable. 1,000 brake horsepower capable, but they actually restrict it so it's only 500. Effectively, they're giving you 32 bits processing power, not the 64 bits. And then if you say, well, hang on, can't I just put the newer operating system on there? They go, oh, that's an old machine. No, we can't put that on. But the thing is, that's bullshit, because if it can take Windows 10 and Windows 10 can see all the hardware and can give you all that magic power, it's just Apple saying, no, we're only going to let you go to 64-bit if you throw that machine away and buy the next one. And it's basically the same machine as this one, but they've gone, oh, the model number is the newer model number. Oh, yeah, give them the 64-bit now then. So it's like they sold you this machine and crippled it, and then they sell you the same machine again in a different box, uncrippled. Yeah. Because this is what Apple do. They always, they basically sold Apple Mac laptops with a hard drive in, so they were slow. And then they sold the same basic hardware, but with an SSD drive in it, so it was fast. And they tried to make out that this was like hardware improvements, like the processor. It's not. It's the hard drive. They just changed the hard drive. They're wankers. They literally want to charge you. It's like saying, well, this banana is twice as good as the old banana. And you go, well, what's different then? It's like when you peel it back, there's only half a banana in there. And you go, so why didn't you sell me a whole banana? And I go, oh no, we don't want to sell you a whole banana. Whole bananas?
Yeah.
Who wants a whole banana? I've never. Have you? Hey, John, have you ever heard of anybody wanting a whole banana? It's like, no, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. And then later on, they go, oh no, we've got whole bananas for sale. It's
Hey,
like,
Matt.
really?
Mr. John there saying, can't you rip the box bits out and put it in a different one? Or will it still be the same? The Apple stuff still be in its memory?
I mean, to be honest, it's better off as a Windows machine because it'll connect to the internet. Windows 10 will work better. The browsers will work. All the software will install. Whereas if you're on an Apple, it would start to go, oh, it's a bit old now, sir. Can't install that software anymore now, sir. Sir, I think you really should be thinking about getting a new one now, sir. No, that really isn't what you want to do, sir. No, sir. Please not, sir. No, don't try to upgrade that, sir. No, don't go playing with it, sir. And if you put Windows 10 on there, it's actually all right, but the graphics card is a bit shit. But if you replace the graphics card, you're in business. But I can't see the point, really.
I've left this comment up there. Windows 11. My computers keep saying upgrade to Windows 11.
Blech, blech,
What? Yeah, that's what you keep saying each time I say it. But what happens if I don't? Will my computer stop running or go slower and not interact with other things?
No, Windows 10 is still the flavor of the month, and Windows 11 is a bit new and not really required. I mean, I haven't seen a good case put forward for needing Windows 11.
No.
It's just, if you happen to buy something new and it has it on it, you'll probably put up with it. But a lot of what it is in the way it looks and the way it behaves, you'll probably want to change back to being and looking like Windows 10 because Windows 11 is like, bleh. It's like the Vista of Windows 10. People didn't want it. People aren't really needing it, but you're going to have it anyway, and you probably won't be happy, and you'll probably go back to Windows 10. It's one of those. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that's my thoughts on it anyway. But this beast could go back in the other room because I've proved a point. I've been playing with it for days. And I have now determined that, yes, it's a lot better on Windows 10. And it goes much beyond what you can get through Apple because they don't want you to have the higher operating systems on it. But Windows 10 works on it quite nicely. But until I get another graphics card, which I have many of, but do I really want to stick that in there? I don't know. I've got a few different graphics cards lying around. I'm like, do I actually put a graphics card in there and then say to somebody, well, here we are. It's an Apple machine that's shit Apple, but great Windows 10. Do you want it? Because I like to recycle machines, but I'm just experimenting with it really to see how far I can push it.
Mr. Crazy John there saying he loves his Windows 11. Never gave him a problem, but if I upgrade it, does that mean all my layout's different on my computer?
It
Because it
does
takes
look.
me ages for me to understand how to use my computer, my laptop.
Yeah, that is the big problem, I think, and that's why some people. You've got to excuse me saying this, but I think it's the truth. Is like Apple have the advantage because they don't make things look much different. They keep it looking the same, and they make it a newer version, but it looks the same. And then they do
Okay.
a newer version,
Okay.
and it looks the same.
Uh,
And there's an advantage to that because people don't have to relearn shit. They're used to it and they know how it works. Now, the
no,
fact that it's actually shit doesn't come into it. People are actually more comfortable because it's what they know, right? And this is where Windows always want to push the envelope in giving you the faster, newer, cleverer things. But they got to change the bloody way it looks, which is what screws people around and people get very pissed off at, you know? If they would just learn the lesson of like just stick to what works, but make it work better in the background, but stay with it, make it look the same, make it to the user exactly the same, but better in the background. The user doesn't have to know what's going on in the background, just make it look the same. No, Microsoft's going to be like, no, this operating system looks like this new one looks like this, and this new one looks like this, and it's like, no. I think you lose people. People just get pissed off, but Microsoft don't seem to care. You know, they're like, you'll have it, whatever we give you. You know.
that's why I
So
like the old Nokia phones. No, uh, early 2000s, going back a bit, because all the Nokia phones are the same format. You know what I mean? The same,
mm,
yeah,
mm-hmm.
menu options. So no matter which phone you got, you knew how to use it, operate it straight away. Dead simple and basic. Well, basic for these days phones anyway.
Mm,
But that's what you need, something simple and for people to understand it without too much fuss, so everyone can enjoy it.
mm.
And like you say, some places, some firms and stuff like that are pushing stuff out there, and it's virtually impossible for people to, like myself, to understand how it works or how to get grips of it.
What?
That comment or your computer.
That's the computer flipping out. What? It's a bit weird. I guess I'm frigging. I'm getting some weird, wacky shit with this. I don't know. Somebody's just giving me the machine and said like, can I upgrade this? And it's like it's not behaving itself at all. What are you? What what is going on, folks? I'm starting to see some very bizarre, weird things going on with this machine. I don't even think this machine is working properly now. I'm starting to kind of question it. Mm.
Can
Mm.
you, can you do me a favour, Matt? Mind the fort while I go to the toilet
Do
and
the
get a new
do the
drink as
poopy.
well.
Do the poopies. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, well,
Cheers.
folks, give me a second. Give me a second, folks. Right. Oh, bloody hell. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Let me see whether it freaks out now. I'm probably gonna have to just like not do this when I'm on the live stream because it's now getting very weird. It's like it's been not discovering hard drives, but at least it was working. What? Where's all that come from? Where's all this shit come from? Oh, folks, man, what the fuck? Yeah. Oh, welcome to my world. I've lived with like trying to sort out bloody computer problems for years, but oh God, it can be fun. Right. The memory's now not being detected for some reason. Wiggle all the memory cards. Oh, why? Why? Is this machine? Is somebody giving me a melon of a machine. Somebody actually given me a melon. I think somebody's given me a melon of a machine. I would swear blind somebody's given me a melon. Oh, what? What? Oh, this is not funny. I mean, I've been trying to put an operating system on this machine, and now it's starting to say there's memory errors halfway through the night. I mean, wow. Wow. Oh, right. Ah, that is so annoyingly stupid. Why? Oh, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna be at this for like the next 10 hours probably, watching movies with a bloody computer, sat there just going no, and then trying again, and then carrying on watching the movie, and then no, and then just like no, and it's like no, and it's like right, what is it? Right, is it one of these memory sticks? And trying to work out which memory stick it is, and it's like oh friggin' hell. This is not. I think this is an ill machine. I might have to tell. I might have to tell the person it can't be done. So yeah. Oh well. Mm. Saying, do I want to boot even though there's memory errors? You can't boot like that. You can't boot up with half the memory gone. Well, it says it will. It's not going to be very clever. I can't see how that's going to work out well if I try to boot this system like that. Anyway, I can't see what people are saying, and even if I could, I couldn't read it because I don't have my glasses on. Error correcting memory. Warm. Throw it out the window. Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is not the Apple though. This is a HP Z400 workstation. Pretty good normally. Never had any I've never had any problems like this with these sorts of systems before, but for some reason it will see a hard drive, but it doesn't want to see an SSD. Can't quite work out why. It did initially see the SSD, but it's now stopped seeing the SSD, and I swapped it for another SSD, and it won't see that SSD as well. It's quite bizarre, and I don't know what to make of it really. Anyway, stop the one. Yeah, I will, but I can't. I can't do that when I'm on the live stream. I know that's exactly what I want to do, but I don't want to do it whilst I'm on a live stream because it means I'm going to be under there. Oh, sorry, Will's back. Right. I don't want to do it because it means I'm going to have to take every memory stick out, which I did earlier. I did actually do this earlier because of another fault, which turned out to be the graphics card. So I took all the memory sticks out and put them back in one at a time. Still wouldn't work. Swapped them around into reverse order, put them all back in. Still wouldn't work. I'm like, oh, Jesus. It was the graphics card. Now we're getting weird other shit. And I'm like, is it just a duff? Is it a duff system? Is it a duff machine? Because I'm chasing various faults now that don't make sense. And there comes a point where you have to say, like, I think this is just a shagged machine, really. So, yeah, it's one of those. Do I update the BIOS to see whether it then behaves better with SSDs, and then risk wrecking and bricking the motherboard? Because I can install it on a hard drive, it just don't like SSDs. Anyway, right. It's not an Apple. It's not an Apple. This is a HP Z400. Oh. workstation, which is actually more powerful than the Apple I showed you earlier on. So, yeah. Will's keeping quiet. Is he there? Oh, you seem to be muted for me, Will. I can't hear you. Anybody else have problems hearing Will? Oh, there we go. I say hello.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, I can sort of hear you now. Oh, put the microphone in front of your mouth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that might
we've
help.
had this before. There we go. We've had that one before. Yeah, well done. Yeah,
Yeah, all fab. Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is it me? Is my volume down? I was turning my volume up. I was like, what's going on?
So what's happened there? Because it's one of them boom ones. When I put it down, it folds up.
Yeah.
So when I put it back on, yeah, you can't hear me.
Mm. No, that's it. It's actually very effective at like almost sounding like you're not there. It's
Yeah.
really quiet. Like I would have thought you would have heard something, but it's like it's nothing. It's like, and then the moment you put it down there, you can hear you perfectly well. But up there, it's like you don't exist. It's weird because I would have thought we should have still been able to hear you. But yeah, it must be a very directional mic or something.
Well, do you still have the blue Nova with the yellow stripes? I don't have a blue Nova. I did have a blue Nova, but it never had yellow stripes. But yes, I have still got a Foxhole Nova. Yeah, believe it or not.
I'm gonna
Blue
take.
one. That's what caught me attention, saying Blue Nova. Got the Blue Nova, but not a one with yellow stripes on it. No. Can't hear Will. Oh, you should be able to hear me now. Yeah, that's better. Oh, yeah, better now. Yeah. LOL, he does it again. Of course. You know what I'm like on live streams. Any good explores coming up, boys? Of course there is. Uh, definitely. There's, like I say, there's 3 videos coming out this week. So there's 2 underground ones, and well, they're all underground ones this week. There's going to be 2 main videos and 1 short video. Yeah, it's got auto noise cancellation in this mic as well. So hence it pointing up, you won't be able to hear much. So that's probably why. Is it a supernova? Well, it's got a 2 litre 16 valve red top engine, so you could say it's quite a supernova, yeah.
That's a pooper nova.
I won't get rid of it because one thing, I took the kids. Well, I took my ex-girlfriend, my partner at the time, to hospital to have one of my kids in that car. So that's pretty cool, and that's one of the reasons I won't get rid of it.
Well, just take lots of photos of it and
Yeah.
then get rid of it. just take lots of photos. Scan it with a lidar scanner and take 3D photos of it, and then scrap it.
No, I'd love to get it back on the road. It needs a bit of attention at the moment and stuff like that. But yeah, I'd love to do it like I don't know, a little series maybe on YouTube of restoring just his car from how it is now to once it's on the road.
Mm.
I don't know about that because obviously this channel is more about old buildings and history and stuff like that, exploring and stuff like that. But I think my channel is a bit of random because I throw a bit of anything out there, really. I throw bus videos out there, also underground stuff. I do above ground, anything at all sorts. Don't have cars like the Ferrari one as well. Threw one of them out this week. So I suppose it would fit in a way because I'd like to try and keep it open variety of videos, but in mainly a certain category, if you know what I mean. So when you do jump on my channel and jump on the videos, you expect to see one or two videos it'll be. So yeah.
Just as a passing thing, I took all the memory out and put it all back in, and now the memory error is gone. So yeah, anyone who knows computers will now be going like, why should I have to do this? Why should I have to reseat the memory? I've done it earlier on 3 or 4 or 5 times, swapping the sticks around. Now in the middle of me trying to do an install, it decides it don't like the memory.
Yeah.
Frustration, folks. Is that why it's not seeing the SSD? Because the memory wasn't working right? We shall find out now. It's weird errors with this. I'm not happy with this. This is not how things should be.
Tony there saying it's 150 brake engine. I know it doesn't sound a lot of horses that these days. You know what I mean? But 150 brake in a tin box that weighs less than a ton. Yeah, it goes awesome. It would go awesome. I did have a 2 liter 8 valve engine in it, but I took that one out and never got round to putting the red top in it yet. But it's there, gearbox, loom, everything. I've done it myself last time. The only reason I've not put it in this time is because it needs a bit of a welding and not great on that. So once my bodywork's sorted, I'll be hopefully getting it on the road. But that way, the 2 liter 8 valve was out of an Astra GTE, and that was a 129 brake, 130 brake horsepower, and that was just awesome. Used to get my mates in it, 4 mates, a big double sound box in there, 6 9 speakers, loads of amps, and it used to weigh the car down really a lot. And he used to be able to fly down streets racing Calibra turbos, keeping up with them and stuff like that. And and when I took my mates out of the car and I took all my sound system out of the car, and I went for a drive. I went for a drive on myself. It used to give me shivers up my back because it shaped me up. Yeah, it was that fast. So 150 brake with, I don't know what that would be like. Hopefully it wouldn't spin too much.
Guess what? It now sees the SSD.
What, it now sees it?
It now sees it. Now I've taken the memory sticks out and pushed them all back in. It now sees the SSD.
Could
This
have
is
been
the
a dirty
second.
port.
So I'm gonna have to put the original one back in now. Oh, folks, come on. I'm gonna put the original one back in now. So it's just the memory wasn't seated correctly. Oh, Jesus fucking wet. Sorry. Bad language. Sorry.
Urbex are there saying he had an Astra GT8 valve. I know, like I say, they do. The early version was. Oh no, they've done 2 versions of the 8 valve. They've done a 115 brake and a 3 liter brake, 130 brake, which went into the Cavalier SRI 130s. But a lot of the Astra 1.2 liter 8 valves were 115 brake. But yeah, you have to look out for which engine code it was. And lucky enough, I lived near an insurance yard. So any written off cars went in there. I was like the first one in, checking all what cars came in. When the right engine came in, I thought, yeah, I'm buying that. 200 quid for the car, for an Astra GTE. And yeah, just stripped it and yeah, got what I needed off it. That's my first one. Then I think you pay £300 for the Vauxhall Calibra with the red top engine, 16 valve one, and that's what I've got now. Matt, it looks like you're lucky you've got no air, else you'd have ripped it out by now.
It's now said the memory's gone wrong again. The memory was all right the last time, and it saw the SSD. Now the memory's not right again. I think this is a screwed machine, mate. I think there's something wrong with this machine. I think there's something wrong with it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to tell them that they've got a lemon here, and they're gonna have to get another machine because this is like I can't keep doing this. Shouldn't be like this. This is one of these like what they call an intermittent fault. Oh look. Oh, Jesus. This is an intermittent fault. It's like can't decide whether it's happy or not. And it could be one of the memory sticks is gone, but like it wasn't showing up at all earlier on, so I couldn't test the memory sticks. Oh Jesus. Right.
1 second. Back in a second.
This is good. This is going to be an absolute ball ache. I'm going to have to find out which memory sticks are duff, if they are, and there probably are some. Right. Okay. I bloody hate machines like this. You know, somebody like, oh, will you upgrade this? It's like, what? Upgrade a ball ache of a monster that actually doesn't work. Right. You know, like you do actually realize like it's actually broken. You've given me a broken machine and you're asking me to upgrade it, and I've got to diagnose what bits of it are broken. And like say to you like, well, actually you need a new motherboard, you know, or you need more memory because some of these memory sticks are shagged. Oh Jesus, and it's creating intermittent type faults, which is like it can see the hard drive, then it can't see, then it can see the SSD, then it can't see the SSD. I'm just like gonna give up on this, I think. Bugger. He's gone. Right. Let's make it full screen. I'll try and see what you're saying, but I haven't got my glasses on. Right. The reason I'm doing this on my monitor, I'm not using my normal computer as well, is because I need the monitor in order to do the installation. So, dual RAM pairs, yeah, they are. Well, I think it's actually triple channel, so they work in threes, not twos. Yeah, test the RAM, reseat it, then throw it in the bin. Absolutely, yeah. You know, you got the right idea there, mate. But yeah.
Urbex is saying there, like the LCD dash.
It's telling me it's telling me that it's DIMM 6 and DIMM 5, so it's actually telling me which ones are shagged.
Shame it's broken, but I'm sure I can replace that cover with a set of these. But saying that, these are genuine SR clocks, so they're quite good. Also, I think I've got another 2 of these put away, and I used to fit them into the Vauxhall Novas and Cavaliers back in the day. So that's pretty cool. I love the dash. They had 2 different ones. They had a round one and like a peak one, like a mountain where it went up and down, or just a round rev counter. So yeah, bringing back memories. I need to sort something out for that. Look at them; they look like slightly different.
I'm gonna have to go and get my glasses before I can really go any further with it, because I need to see what I'm looking at. I need to read on the motherboard, and I haven't got my glasses. So I think we're at an impasse now. I need to go and get my glasses.
Before you shoot off, is that a computer you're doing for yourself or for someone else?
I've got 2 of these I've got to do for somebody, yeah.
Right. What I'm going to do now is call it a night because it's been 2 hours now, Matt. So
Yeah.
you'll be able to sort out your bits and bobs there in a few minutes. So
Yeah,
just
I
say,
have to get me glasses on and get in there with a torch and look at which ones are dim 5 and dim 6 and take them out and then see if everything starts behaving itself. Yeah.
yeah, over the mountain. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so thank you everyone for joining this week, and hopefully see you next week. So stay safe till next time, and don't forget to check out the videos, because what I will be doing soon is leaving little clues in a video or something in a video, and when it hits my 2,000 subscribers, I'll be asking you, the viewers, something what's in the video, and whoever gets it right, it's entered in to win a prize and, pardon me, go from there. So yeah, so stay tuned till next week. Well, got to have to stay tuned till next week. We've ended it now, but tune in next week and obviously spread the word out. And once we get the 2,000 subscribers, make sure you don't miss the live stream. And yeah, hopefully you're a winner. All right, good night, everyone. Stay safe. Good night,
Cheers.
Matt.
All the
Thanks for
best.
coming up.
Thanks, mate.
Bye bye.
Cheers. All the best, folks. Bye.
And broadcast.
Bye bye.